Hello everyone, this is Krishnendu from Central India, and this video is to introduce our new product Sendot CF chlorophyll sensors. So in this video I will take you through the introduction of the device. I will show you the features of the device. Uh, we will unbox it and see the contents. We'll see the usage. We will do the calibration of the device, and finally we will look into the software and the graphical representations of the data points. So without wasting any time, let's begin. So coming to the features of this device, it's a very easy and a quick method to measure the chlorophyll fluorescence of various seeds. It is a very mobile device. It is easy to operate. Even anyone can operate, like workers and as well as experts. It is maintenance free. You can use 70% alcohol to wipe off the equipment, and it needs minimal calibrations. Let us now see what is inside the box. In the box you'll find a quick guide and a test report of the sensors. The sensor, the USB cable, a calibration vial, and two empty vials which will be used to keep the and measure the seeds. So this is the content that you will get in the box. Now, keeping this box aside, I will I will show you how the sensors works, and also I will brief you about how to start. So initially, there will be a quick guide. Please go through the quick guide and get understanding of how the sensors work. So our first work is to charge the sensors. So initially, when the sensors will be out of the box, it will be not charged, or it will be discharged. So our first work would be to charge the sensors. So this is the other side where we can connect the sensors, and this is the USB side. So you can charge it through a mobile charger. Now let us connect this to the USB device. The cable is now connected from one side, and now this side we have to connect to a charger, and we have to charge it for at least 3 to 4 hours. So once it is charged, you can see it will just start blinking, and it will show the status of the sensors. Now when it is charging, the blue light will blink here. Okay, so now let me introduce you to the features of the sensors. So this is the measure button, and this is the menu button. This is the measure button, and this is the menu button. Okay, so if you press measure, it will give you a reading. So this is a normal reading, which is almost calibrated, so it is giving 0.002. Now coming to calibration. So first you have to refer to this reference vial, where this vial will be showing 1.5 mg per gram at 21 degrees centigrade. So this is the reference vial, which you have to put it on the top of the sensors, and you have to measure it. So if the measurement is coming to 1.5 or 1.6, so it is it is the machine is almost calibrated. So here we can see that the measurement is coming as 1.6, so it needs to be more accurate, and it needs to be calibrated once more. So this is how you measure it. So I will take you to the functions of the Sensors Mobile. So coming here, in the menu you will find the general settings. So in the general settings, you will in the general settings there will be date and time option. Next is the power option. Third is the save all data, and third is the decimal separator. These are the four functions that you will get into it. Next would be the logger settings. So if you enter into the logger settings, you will get the on off time of the logger. The interval of the time means how frequently you want the sensor to measure, and what is the memory remaining. Coming to the third, it is the sensor settings, in which we have got calibration. We have the calibration data entrance and the measurement settings. So we have to do this, and I will come back to you on this. And coming to the last setting is the system info. So in the system info, if you enter, you can get all the details about the battery, the firmware, and what is the type, and the website on this. So these are the two menu buttons. So one would be the measuring, and one would be the menu button. And here you can see that this button you can move through, navigate through the menus. So if we measure it once more, you can see there's a negative value it is coming. Okay, so now the device needs to be calibrated, right? So moving to menu, go to the sensor setting, enter calibrate. Let us start with there will be 2 point of calibration. What would be 1 point calibration, and one would be the 2 point calibration. So if we select 1 point calibration, you can select it, set it at 0 because we want it to be 0, and if we can it will do a continuous measurement of the through the sensors. Okay, so what we will do is that once it comes to almost 0, we can press apply. So we'll try to do it. So now the 1 point calibration, it is showing some error, right? Just a moment. Yeah, so the 1 point calibration is showing some of the error. So what we can do is that again we will press enter, calibrate, then we'll go to the 2 point calibration and select it. So once we select, it will be mg per gram. We'll set it at 0. So it will do some own corrections, and it will try to project some values. So once it is 0, you press apply, so it will be doing. So now coming to the second application. So second point. So once it is 0, you can press 0. So sometimes it will give correct calibration, and sometimes it will not give a correct calibration. So now what we can do is that we can do an exit and try to measure it again. So once we are measuring, it is showing minus 0.0002. So it's we have to actually, this much of error is actually okay to get the results. Normally it is up to 2 digit you need to calibrate. So now I will put the sample vial here. It is the reference vial, so it should give 1.5 range of reading. So I will just measure it again. So it is giving 1.6. We need to calibrate it. So I will try to calibrate it again. Going to menu, just a moment. Yeah, going to menu, sensor settings, enter. Let us do one thing. Let us do some calibration data. We can press enter. So here you will get the slope. So slope, let us fix at 67 only. So this is the default data. Once we do a next, it will ask for the offset. No need to do it. Now let us go into the measurement settings, enter. So it will ask mg per gram, and also it will ask for the sensitivity. So counts or mg per gram it will ask. So let us put it as mg per gram, and then sensitivity, what we can do is that we can reduce it to medium. So this will give you give some of the accurate values. Now I will set it. Now exit. So again, if we measure, it is coming at minus 0.004. Let us test it with the vial. 1.63. So again, we have to calibrate this device. Menu. Then we will go to sensor settings, enter. First we will try to enter the calibration data. So this calibration data, what we will try to do is that we'll enter the calibration data. Slope we will do 68, and next offset would be 0, set, and again let us exit and try to measure the data first. So it's again, it's giving minus 0.007, so it has increased. Okay, so what we can do, again we have to go to menu. We'll go to the sensor settings, measurement settings, enter. No, sorry, we have to go to sensor settings, enter. We have to go to enter calibration data. We can reduce this to 67, 66. Let us reduce this to let us do it at 65. So once it is at 65, let us check what is going to happen. Set, exit, measure. So it is coming at 0.004 as negative. So again we have to go to menu, sensor settings, enter calibration data, enter. 65, let us reduce it more. Let us do it at 61. Next, set, exit, measure. So it's again minus 0.03. So let me check it with the vial, measure. So it's 1.491 it is coming. So we have to increase the value a little bit. Just a moment. Menu, enter. Sensor settings, enter. Enter calibration data, enter. Slope, it was 67 is the base, so we have to increase a bit. So 63, 64 will do it, or we can keep it at 64. Enter, exit, put the vial here, measure. 1.48, so we have to increase it a little bit. Menu, enter. Sensor settings, enter. Calibration data, enter. So that we have to set the slope at 55. Next, set, exit, measure. 1.58, sorry. Then we have to reduce it a little bit. So what we can do is the sensor settings, enter. Calibration data, enter. 65, we will reduce it to 63. Enter, set, enter. Next, set, exit, measure. So 1.526. So you have to reduce it a little bit more. Menu, go to sensor settings, enter. So 61, 62, so we'll keep it at 62. Next, set, enter. Next, set, exit, measure. Yeah, so it is almost coming at exactly. So this is how you do the calibration, right? Now I will take some examples. So anytime if you try to measure the CF fluorescence of any of the seeds, it is always better to take the best of three. So here I have taken Jira seeds, which is available in my home. So I'm going to measure this. So this is, let me measure it first. It is 1.246. mg per gram of chlorophyll content is there. Again I will press 2.42. Again I will press again 2.49. So you have to take best of 3. Coming to the next, mustard seeds. So for mustard seeds, if we measure, it's less because it's a darker seeds. Chlorophyll we cannot find out properly in that. So you have to take the best of 3, right? So in this way, you have to measure the seeds in the best of 3, and then we have to measure the chlorophyll content in the seeds. Now I will show you how to connect to the computer software. So this is my laptop here. We'll close this presentations. So here, if we find out, you have to install the Sendot software. So the software you can download it from the Sendot website or through this barcode that will be supplied to you in the box itself. So there will be instructions how you can introduce, how you can download the software, and you can download it directly from the software. So now coming to the search, let me search Sendot. Sendot. So the software will be coming in the name of Sendot Flow Mini. Okay, this is the official app. So and I will open it. So this app will open now. Sorry, my focus is moving on time on time. So now we will connect this USB cable to the laptop USB cable. So now it has started up. You can see it has started. So now our first work is to the software. Our first work is to identify the sensors. So you have to go here. The second option, you have to go here, go to the sensor part and refresh. So once you refresh it, it will show you the sensors. So here is the sensor where you can see it. So click it and it will be starting. So now go to the settings. In the settings also you can select that the intervals, you can select it as 10 seconds or not, how many hotkeys you need to measure. Once you press enter, for continuous measurement you have to press space, it will keep on continuously measuring. Default file location is data, so it's given. You can set your requirement, you can do it every minute, every hour, whatever is the requirement, you can do the measurement. So now here are two buttons where you can see start continuous measurements and single measurement. So if you press this single measurement, it will measure the, okay, let me just first save the settings. So if you press the single measurement, it will do a single measurement of the seeds, and it will take you can see here it is the measurement it is showing. And if you want to do the continuous measurement, it will do it. I have set it at 10 seconds so that there is a less time. So now if you want a graphical representation, you have to go back and there you will get the chart. So here continuous measurement will be there. If you do so if you want to start continuous measurement, you have to start it here. It will record the data every 10 seconds, or else you can do a lot of single measurements also. So I will stop the continuation and I will show you the data. So if you press enter, it will record the data. So it will keep on recording the data in 10 seconds. So you can press here to record the single measurement of the data. So it is about and you can also filter how you want to see the data. So if see, I have seen it, you can see it up to the last hour, you can see the last 24 hours also, you can see it. So see, I have done some of the testing with two different seeds. It will show it as you want it. So this is the thing. So we're doing the measurements like this. I will change some of the data with the seeds now. So yeah, there is a drop. I've given the mustard seeds, there is a drop in the data. So you can see how it is happening. So show all, if you give, it will give you the show all data for the total area, means total time it has been on. So last hour it is showing. So there is a difference in the gap. So this is the thing, and you can use this data, you can download this data file, you can save this data as an excel sheet or txt file. You can say you can save these files. Okay, so normally it will be in a txt file, and you can download it and open it through this software. So also there is an option of to export to excel. If you want to export to excel, it will export it to excel, and you'll get test data. I will do it and I will keep it in my desktop, and let us see how it comes. So this is the test data, it has come up. So this is the data, it will come and it will show you the what is the readings that has come over the 10 seconds time. So you will get that full data, and you can make your own graph also. So this is how the sensors work. It is very handy, and it is very useful also, and it has got a very high life, as it is made up of the diode technology. So I definitely would recommend you to use this, and this is very handy. You can take it into the field, and you can look into the size, it's so small. So this is how it works, and you'll get all the details and the results from this video. So I will be uploading this video in YouTube or I will try to send you a link to it. Thanks, and thanks for watching this video. Hope you like the product, and um, try to use it to your benefit. Thank you very much. Signing off, Krishnendu from Center India.